News Now, this is Sports with Chris Matthews.
All right, brothers Tony and Kenny Sanchez spent nearly a half a decade together coaching at Gorman. Now they've separated. Tony is coaching at UNLV and Kenny is now the head coach at Gorman. They're both terrific coaches, but better individuals. Maybe it stems from their background. They have a grandfather who was a POW, a father who served in the military, and a brother who has done a few tours in the Middle East. It's a background that on Veterans Day causes both coaches to pause and reflect on what's really important in their lives and those who surround them. From the flags to the dress to the scenes of war, there are not too many Americans who aren't touched somehow by the military. For the Sanchez brothers, Tony, who's the oldest, and Kenny, second youngest of four brothers, when Veterans Day rolls around, it causes one to pause and appreciate.
Our men and women that serve, who have served and continue to serve, they're my heroes. I think they're the most important people that walk the earth. I mean, we live in one of the greatest nations in the history of the world, one of the only nations that have ever fought one another for equality. And
Tony is a big, proponent of just, the military and, giving back to those guys. And, we talk, we don't have our names on the back of our jerseys. We have an American flag on the back of our jerseys.
Tony was born on a military base. He's familiar with the scars of war. His grandfather, the man in the middle of the picture, was a prisoner of war. His dad served, and both Kenny and Tony use military as motivation to teach their young men.
What they do is a whole different level. But, I think the thing that we preach the most in this program is do it for the guy next to you. Don't do it for yourself.
And we tell our kids all the time, the kids that are fighting for our country overseas that we don't hear about are the same age as them, or they're 1 year removed from high school.
I've coached so many young men that have served, guys that are Rangers, guys that are SEALs, guys that are just infantrymen doing different things. And I tell you what, nothing makes you more proud than when you see one of your ex-players and he's serving his country.
Tony's office is decorated with various military reminders, from coins to helmets to trophies and authentic garb. Many of his friends have sacrificed for his freedom. Their brother is still serving our country. So when this day, Veterans Day, rolls around, they'll head out to practice and preach what it's all about. And regardless of any score, that's what unites the Sanchez family.
When you think about it, there's kids younger than these guys right now in a foxhole somewhere, long ways away from their home, defending us every single day. So God bless them.
All right, Tony takes his team to Colorado State this Saturday, while Kenny's Gorman Gayos play Centennial this Friday in the prep playoffs. Well,